My people, now well done. Oh. Just see what we have here. When you're going to see stories like this, what some of Nigerians are doing outside Nigeria, it will just be clear that many Nigerians that are actually deceiving themselves that we need a better Nigeria, we need a new Nigeria, we need a change in Nigeria. They are not ready. They are not actually ready. Then when you now notice what I'm about to share with you very well, you will now discover that you and many others and we have contributed to the failure of Nigeria, one way or the other. Yes. Are we talking about the poverty? Are we talking about the corruption? Are we talking about the unemployment problem? Are we talking about the terrorism problem? Are we talking about the crime? Are we talking about the examination malpractices that is going on in school sectors? Are we talking about child abuse? Are we talking about education, low value of education, or either low value or none at all value of in the educational sector? Are we talking about over populations problem? Are we talking about courtism? Are we talking about domestic violence and many others? So due to all these problems that we have just listed, you will agree with me that you are one way or the other contributed to all this problem. Or if you are not agree, if you don't agree, it means you don't know the definition, the real definition of personal responsibility over national development or a positive change in your surrounding. First, before I go there, before I could break it down, the definition, those that doesn't actually know, those that does not actually know the meaning of personal responsibility and how to take personal responsibility. I know that there's a nation, there's no change without leaders, and as they have appeared that we have corrupt and also irresponsible leaders applicable to so many citizens, so many of us as a Nigerian, so applicable to Nigerians. You are not exempted. You will get where I'm going. Let me tell you about this quote. I know that you must have been telling me I should regarder la barre over what we are saying here. Before we regarder la barre, listen. There's a quote of Dennis Watin. This Dennis Watin, he makes a quote. It stated that there are two primary choices in life. Two things in life. One, to accept conditions as they exist. Because to accept conditions as it appears, as it exists, like what is going on in Nigeria. Because is it not like all the things that have been going on in Nigeria, all this crime, all these problems in Nigeria, insecurity problem, corruption in Nigeria, and all of that. To accept it as it exists. One, there are two category of this. They are accepting the responsibility to challenge them. But is it not obvious that we, the Nigerians, majority of us, we are playing that game of if you cannot beat them, you join them. So if you are that kind of, thank God I'm not in that kind of category of if you cannot beat them, you join them. Then when things are happening, you cannot speak against what is not good. You cannot speak against the ill on the land, the inappropriate going on in the land. So when things are going wrong, you cannot say it. No wonder God, I am a kingdom voice. No wonder God made me who no wonder God created me and he put a quality, the gift that enabled me to be demonstrating all of this to you. No wonder. I'm not surprised. So you see these two categories of people. So these four people, 4 Nigerians that you are just saying, they are in that fourth category, and they are irresponsible. They are not responsible to that second one that will say, let us take responsibility for changing situation from bad to be good. When things are not in order, the people that will take responsibility to put in order, they are the second category of that one I'm talking. Look at the surface of all this problem I made mention of that we are all going through in Nigeria. Look at these 4 Nigerians. They went to UK. A video voltage has surfaced, have shown how these 4 Nigerians, these caregivers, maltreated an 89 years old, dementia patient. He have an old woman that has mental problem. After discovering that, they discovered, the grandchildren now noticed that, because anytime the grandchildren came to, whenever they came visiting their grandmother, they noticed that their body she's sustaining an injuries that touches the heart. So they called the staff authorities of the health care, of the home care, of the home care. They called what is the name of that home care again? The home care is called Wolverhampton home care, or care home. So it's called. So they called the staff authorities to order, in order to draw the attention that what they are noticing on their grandmother's body, the injury that she's usually sustained, that is not they need an explanation to that. So, but the staff authorities didn't give a reasonable response. So these grandchildren to this old woman took it upon themselves to make they took a personal responsibility, as I was saying, to make their personal investigation. So they went and fixed a secret camera in that room of the old woman, which that now enabled to enable us to be seeing all these we are seeing, enable the evidence to be added that these people, they are be abusing Edede, they are be abusing that old woman, grandmother, to stupor. So the news is that finally they have went finally the UK authorities, they have sent all these 4 miscreants back to Nigeria. They will go and still go to Nigeria. They went to go and bewefwa in a car, and they will also go to a car to go and contribute to all these problems. That is the most saddening part, because when people are not useful to take responsibility to the development or the positive change of their nation, they will rather add to the problem or create other problem for the nation. So when we are talking about personal responsibility is when you have a duty to deal with. You have a duty, realize that you have a duty to deal with in your nation, your surrounding, that is not under control, that is not in order. So personal responsibility is when you are accountable or taking blame for something. But is it not obvious that we're only talking about politicians in Nigeria? We are not taking blame of all these problems that have just been listed out. We are not taking blame. So you can see one way or the other, you contributed to all those problems. Because when you are not, you are not responsible to know that it's your responsibility to also fix problem, all these problems, to be part of people that will solve all these problems. So it means that you are irresponsible to the nation. Personal responsibility is when you cause something to happen in your nation. But is it not obvious that everybody just looking a way to survive? It's only Showore that is out of the field, or Showore